Hello everyone. I wanted to show you something really cool about Inventory Shield, and that is that you can add multiple codes to an individual piece of equipment. And this is super useful, especially if you have a larger piece of equipment like this ladder I'm looking at right now. It's a 17-foot ladder. It's pretty big depending on how it's in my truck, which side is up. It can be hard to find the little label, and you don't want to be like shifting the ladder around or turning it over just so you can find the little label so you can scan it into your truck as you're driving away from a job. You want that to be really simple, really easy, and with Inventory Shield, it's actually very simple to add multiple labels to an individual piece of equipment. And there's actually, so on this piece of equipment here, you can always see what QR codes you've already got on a piece of equipment. If you just go ahead and scroll down a little bit here, you'll see there's actually two QR codes on here already. I've already added a second one. 9948 and 9949 both will work. You can scan either one. They point to the same place in the database, and so either one will work. But if you want to add another code, you just tap that add a code button, change a code. You can scan the code and it will scan the new label, and then it'll bring you back here. That's actually existed in Inventory Shield for a while. But that's not oftentimes the easiest way. You have to find the actual equipment. You have to go to the detail page. You have to find that button. We've added a new way to make this happen, and it's super easy. You just tap the bottom scan button at the bottom here. And let me go ahead and scan one of this existing labels that is on here. Okay, there we go. So here's the piece of equipment, and you can see there's a ladder and there's a new button here, add a code to 9948 Gorilla Ladder 17. If I tap that, then I just need to scan the new label that I want to add to this piece of equipment. So let me go ahead and actually grab a new label here, and I'll put it on this side, so if it's up I can just scan that pretty easily. Go ahead and save that and then scan this new label here, and boom, now it recognized the new code, and it's asking me, do I want to add that as a secondary label or an additional label to this piece of equipment? I just tap that button at the bottom, and now I've got three labels for this ladder, which is super handy. Let's actually do another one because it also works the other way. If you scan the equipment label first and then the new label, that works, no problem. But sometimes maybe you want to put a new label on a piece of equipment, so you put the new label on the equipment and then you go to scan it. If you tap that bottom scan button and then you come over and you scan your new label first, there's also a button, hey, do you want to add this 9946 as another ID to an existing piece of equipment? So you go ahead and tap that bottom button and then you scan one of the original labels that's already on that piece of equipment, and then tap the blue button at the bottom, and boom, now I've got 4 labels for this ladder. Whichever direction it's up, whichever way it's pointing, it's gonna be really easy to check into locations as I'm going on. So this is super useful and super handy, something that not a lot of other inventory tracking systems can really do. A lot of them want you to like reprint out this same label with the exact same code on it because it just maps one-to-one in the database. But with Inventory Shield, put as many on as you need, especially for extension cords and dumpsters and porta potties. There's a bunch of situations where that's super handy. Anyways, thanks so much for using Inventory Shield. If you have any questions, need any more labels, let us know. We're happy to get those out to you. Have a great day.